3, 2, 1.
Just drop that ass, bitches, open micers in the house. Pop that pussy with that open micers logo in your mouth. Jason with his bald ass head, Jacob looking inbred. Open micers, bitch, heard what I said. Drop that ass, open micers in the house. Drop that ass, pop that pussy, open micers in the house. Open micers in the house, open micers is the mouse. Drop that ass, pop that pussy, open micers in the house. The mic is now open.
That's right, the mic is now open. My name is Jason Robbins.
My name is Jacob Craig. New year, new open micers.
Yeah.
How about that?
A new, it's our first hostful episode of the year.
Yeah, our first, real episode after announcing our guest of the year last week. And, you fixed your soundboard issues that you've been having since we started podcasting again in this new year. So now on the Zoom, we can actually hear the music to our theme song. And I think it was doing it more of a favor when we couldn't. I think being able to hear the music makes it worse.
So should I call up Zoom and be like, hey, whatever y'all did, undo it, because they don't like the music we're playing?
Yeah, we should. We should boycott Zoom for making this monumental change that is hurting everyone's eardrums, quite frankly.
So we were talking, as soon as Jacob popped up on the Zoom, I was like, wow, that's a nice little beard you got going on there. So if you're watching on video, Jacob looks like he's been kidnapped for a few days, and we're now getting the video of him reading. This is like I'm watching a beheading video. Like he's about to read the ransom demands.
Except I look like the one doing the beheading. Yeah, sometimes adulthood feels like you have been kidnapped.
Yeah,
like
every day I feel that way. Now I know what that feeling is now. Every day I feel like I've been kidnapped.
Yeah,
just
like
life kidnaps
you
and makes you pay bills and go to work and do all kind of shit you don't want to do.
Yeah, and it's like you get like what, an hour a day to do something you genuinely enjoy.
Yeah.
And it's like that's your 1 hour allowance. That's like the equivalent of like a phone call in jail. Yeah. It's the 1 hour a day of happiness that you get as an adult.
So is your beard like mine? Like I have to keep it short like this because if I don't, dude, it turns into a Brillo pad. Like it is unmanageable. No amount of product or beard oil or beard, any kind of creams or sculptors will keep this shit in check. Like it will just get unreasonable at a certain point.
No, it's kind of like that when it is short, honestly. Like when I'm growing my beard out, my fiance complains because it's very pokey. And and very it's very, very rough on the skin. And now that it's longer,
you're chafing my ass cheeks. Go shave.
Now that it's longer, I put a little bit of 3-in-1 in it. Just what I wash my hair with, I put in my beard. And it's nice and soft. It's just very shaggy. I look like if I went to a soup kitchen, how I look right now, no one would ask any questions.
Yeah, they would just hand you a bowl of soup and be like, God bless you, sir.
Yeah, and then I would go get in my car and leave. And be like, another perfect heist.
Go put a different shirt on, come back, get another bowl of soup.
Yeah, just go to like every soup kitchen in like a 50-mile radius.
Were we talking about it on the show? Because we've had this thing going on. Yeah, because it was the show where we talked about you could actually go in and just steal food, and you had the whole thing going on. Because I don't know why I just thought of where was I going with that? I'm getting old now. Oh my God.
You're coming up on 48, old man.
I know. Where was I going with that? Like it popped because we were talking about we have this our producers chat, and that we have all of our Patreon producers in, and we were having a discussion and our unpaid intern BJ brought it up again the other day. I guess he was just catching up to that episode, and was talking about the stealing food and stuff like that. And so
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going with it. I just completely
So
lost my train of thought.
he had said in the producers chat that it was a mild inconvenience or something. Like he didn't understand why someone would go through that much trouble for a mild inconvenience. And then Carlos chimed in and was like, mild
Yeah.
inconvenience? They took my food.
Yeah.
It's my food.
Yeah, that I
Carlos just
paid
jumped
for.
down his throat, dude. Carlos doesn't play about food, dude.
Dude, that dude eats more than any human being I've ever seen in my life, and how he stays like he's like 5'5" and like 130 pounds. Like I could just lift him up and throw him. How does he stay so skinny?
Yeah.
I want to know these things.
Yeah, it's kind of insane, honestly. I'm kind of jealous. And like he's probably a worse diabetic than I am in all actuality.
Yeah,
And he does it like you wouldn't look at him and be able to tell.
no. But speaking of medical maladies, I had to go to the doctor yesterday. Because well, for two reasons. First, I've got bursitis in my elbow because I fell a few months ago. And you're always making fun of me about falling down.
Yeah.
Well, I have bursitis in my elbow. They took an X-ray and everything. Nothing wrong with it. It's just that I have sacs in my arm that are swelling. So they gave me some medicine for it. And but the reason I went to the doctor is I messed up a tendon in my finger, and I have no idea how. It just started hurting out of the blue. I'm like, is that just being old now? Like I just wake up and I'm like, I busted a tendon for sleeping.
No, you probably gave too many people the finger. Too
No,
many road rage incidents.
It's this finger. It's not even my middle finger. It's the ring finger on my right hand.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. I can't relate, honestly. That kind of fucking sucks.
Yeah, and I can't play drums for at least 3 weeks. I'm supposed to not really exert any pressure on it, so I'm like, well, shit. I can't even really do my job. I do the best I use my hands. They my hands, man, and they're giving up on me. What am I? What do I do?
You get bionic hands, Jason. You gotta just fucking, dude. We're gonna make you RoboCop at this point. We're gonna make you Robo graphic designer, man.
Yeah, yeah. I
Where
don't.
you
It's like it's so weird because you get to an age where like just shit starts falling apart, and it's not even. I don't know what it is. Like I didn't even do anything. Like it just happened. Like one day it just started hurting and my fingers started burning, and it was like that for weeks. And finally I went to the doctor, and I'm like, this sucks. Getting old sucks.
see, and I think where you differ from a lot of guys your age is that you actually do go to the doctor. Because I think that every man your age is just like, yeah, I've got my back is hurt for the last 20 years. But if I go to the doctor about it now, it'll be a problem. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna die with back pain.
No, I like to go get my problems taken care of. I don't want to be, because my dad used to be that way. That dude would just not go to the doctor for nothing. And I'm like, do you realize that like all the men in our family die when they're like 50 because they refuse to go to the doctor?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that was my dad. A heart attack at 54 because he never went to the fucking doctor.
It probably could have had another good 25 years at least if he'd have just
I wouldn't
gone
say
to the
that.
doctor at least.
I wouldn't say that. He could have had maybe two.
Well, at least two more than he had is still better than none.
Yeah, he could add a couple. I see myself going down that same path, dude. I literally said the other day, the diabetes isn't going to be what kills me. It's all the fucking doctor bills that are.
Yeah.
Because I stress about the amount of medical debt that I'm accumulating at 24. I don't want to see what the next 30 years is going to be like.
So being a diabetic, how much is your insulin? Because I know they kept insulin at like $35 a month, but you have the thing that like automatically injects it into you.
So here's the fake news, right?
Yeah,
They
tell me
didn't cap
about it.
They didn't cap fucking bullshit. Where do I get this $35 a month fucking insulin from?
Yeah.
They didn't cap jack shit. They've been saying that for years, and it's the thing that they always do where they say, oh, we're capping insulin under this president's administration. Make sure everyone remembers that this president capped insulin. And then they hide it in so much bureaucratic red tape and circumstance that only certain people qualify for the capped insulin or whatever, or, all this bullshit. Yeah, no, my insulin is easily $100 a pop for an order of the insulin that I get for, I think a 3-month supply is $100. So it's not horrible, but you add in that with it's $120 to see my specialist. So you have the $100 for the insulin. It's $100 for my prescription test strips, plus prescription Lancets, plus prescription gabapentin for my neuropathy, plus pump supplies, which are $300 every 3 months.
Jesus.
Or not actually, that's wrong. It's $600 every 3 months.
So do you
so
just
that's
let
$200 a month?
So do you just let that pile up and just pay it a couple of bucks a month, or
brother? What I do?
See, because I'm still paying on surgeries I had back in 2018. I'm like, I'll give y'all $10 a month. That's all you get.
Yeah. So I pay for my gabapentin. I keep that paid up because my legs fucking burn without it. So without gabapentin, I can barely walk. Pay for my insulin because I can't live without it. And I was lucky enough that when my father passed away, he had a bunch of his supplies stocked up. So I've actually been using his supplies for the better part of the last year.
There's a headline that they could use for the $35 lie for insulin. Be like, Jacob Craig, like, I'm lucky my father died so I can use his insulin.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it's not even insulin that's, the problem. Because the reality is I might at some point put my foot down with my doctor about going back to shots and just doing insulin injections, because then all I'd have to pay for is the insulin, the doctor's visits, and the needles. That's all I'd fucking need. But my quality of life would go down so significantly if I did that I would have no semblance of being able to live like a normal person anymore.
Why? Because your body needs that constant flow of insulin?
It's not even that, so when you're not on an insulin pump, you have to have two forms of insulin. You have to have the long acting and the fast acting for whenever you eat. But you have to do so much of your own math. So it's so much of a balancing act between high and low. And it takes, so long to figure that out back again, to the point where like it wouldn't even be worth it for me to go eat at a restaurant anywhere, because it would be such an ordeal to get that math so correct that I don't regret it later.
Sounds like diabetes is just a problem.
Yeah, it fucking sucks, dude. Yeah, and they have Medicare for disability as well. So since diabetes is protected under the ADA, I qualify for Medicare with diabetes, where a lot of my supplies would be free, but they make that process so long and arduous and such a fucking headache that I got like halfway through the process of applying for it and just fucking gave up.
Jesus.
Because it's literally one step forward, two steps back.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
And here I am complaining about a finger.
Yeah, man. I mean, I need to sit down and do the math on, on a month where I have to pay for everything, how much that is coming out of my pocket. And listen, I don't make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Thank fucking God I'm marrying a nurse, dude. She's single-handedly keeping me alive.
Just don't piss her off, man. Stop making
I
the
do
kid
that
mad.
every day. Every day I piss her off. I pissed her off before I came in here to do this. What are you talking about? If I don't piss her off, I have no reason to live because that makes me happy too. I think it's hilarious.
Oh God, I'm choking over here.
She does that too. She's the fucking best.
Oh wow, that went
Yeah.
places.
So do I. That's great. It's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, and I feel like I'm not even like an insane example of that either. Like you talk to any fucking regular person, just stop someone walking on the street and be like, "Hey man, how much medical debt do you have?" And I guarantee you someone would be like, "Oh yeah, I had to go to the ER last month and now I owe $16,000 to the
Yeah,
fucking hospital."
I'm sure most people have medical debt like out their eyeballs.
Yeah, it's insane, dude. That's why when old Luigi shot boy in the street, fucking no one was upset.
Yeah, it's good, dude. Let's talk about that for a second because that I feel like that was the beginning of a domino effect because you see what like the insurance companies are trying to do now in Southern California with all
Yeah.
the fire insurance and stuff that they canceled. Dude, things are about to get fucking ugly, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and I really hope it doesn't because the right people are never going to feel that. Like I think he really got lucky like finding that one guy outside of a hotel room with no security around. Like your only other option is to like riot in front of buildings or some shit. And it's like the people sitting up there are not going to feel the effects of that at all.
I don't know. We'll see. Because, I mean, there's a lot of people, pissed off people in California coming up soon that aren't going to
Yeah.
be able to have their shit covered. It's just, oh, well, I guess you just lost your house and you're not going to get any money for it.
But what are they going to do, Jason? They're Californians. They don't own guns. They can't even throw a baseball. It's not like they can
I
start
don't
throwing
know.
rocks through the windows. What are they going to do?
I, I don't know. These insurance, dude, I'm telling you, insurance companies are the
Yeah.
devil. They are the fucking devil.
It really is. I mean, I think that everyone at some point has the awakening that they've been just thrust into a system that is designed for them not to thrive in,
Yeah.
just as an average American.
Dude, just the amount, and if you really think about it, how much we pay in insurance as just citizens. Like I have to pay for my own health insurance. Not only do you have to have health insurance, but for some reason, teeth and eyes are considered separate. Like, how does that work?
Yeah, dude. Like they're not like they're expendable parts of your body.
Yeah, like you could do without teeth and eyes. Everything else is fine. You don't need teeth and eyes. Then you've got car. If you have a car, you got to have car insurance. And then like if you have a home, you got to have home insurance. But you also have to have fire if you're in a fire zone or a flood. If you're here along the coast, you got to have flood insurance. Then there's wind insurance. Like it's like 10 different insurances just to have on a house. I live in an apartment. I have to pay a lump sum apartment renters what do they call it? Renters insurance every year. I have to pay for. Then I got life insurance that I pay for every month. And it's like, God, I'm just being insurance to fucking death, man.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. It fucking sucks. And what's crazier too is like, I don't pay for dental insurance because I'm never gonna go to a dentist again as long as I live.
I've just been paying out of pocket for insurance, dental work the last couple of years because I haven't been able to afford dental insurance. So I just wait. I broke a tooth a couple of months ago and I just paid cash to go get it fixed.
Yeah. Well, man, it's like, I get so much taken out of my check every single month for health insurance. And then eye insurance is extra, so I pay the extra to get that taken out.
Mhm.
And I can't afford to go to the doctor, and I can't afford to go to the optometrist. So what the fuck am I paying for?
We're just paying for insurance. Just go to work to pay for insurance. That's what we're doing these days. Welcome to
Yeah, pretty
America.
much, man.
And then when you do have to file a claim, they do everything they can to not pay for it.
Yeah, they really do. They really fucking do. Like I had to fill out workman's comp for something at work a couple of months ago now. And like, dude, when I tell you that I really watched my fucking P's and Q's at work while I just had that paperwork hanging over my head. Cause I know for a fact that someone from outside of my workplace is gonna come in there and look for any excuse to fucking fire me to not have to pay that workman's comp claim.
Yeah. It's just how it works.
Yeah, they're the lowest of the low, man.
So what do we do about the world, man? Can we change it at all, or are we just stuck living like this for the next, I don't know how many years I got left?
Two.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Jason. I don't think that there's anything that we can do, because for us to do anything, it would take such extreme organizational skills and to get so many people on the same page that nothing will ever get done. Because people can't work together, man. Nobody. We can't get people to listen to this fucking podcast. You think we're going to start a movement? What are we going to do?
Yeah, no shit. We couldn't get people to wear masks during the pandemic because it was masks were for pussies.
Yeah.
Like we can't even do that.
Yeah, and we couldn't convince anyone that the pandemic was actually planned and fake at the same time, so we didn't have to wear the masks, and they just wouldn't listen.
Yeah. You know what the world needs? You know what will bring the world together?
What?
Robot girlfriends. That's what's going to bring the world together.
Are you looking at something right now? I feel like you're looking at something right now.
Have you seen what they unveiled at CES last week?
No.
Well, at CES, what is this from? Hold on. I'm on Google News trying to find a good, let's see. Hold on.
Folks, if you'll just bear with us for the next 15 minutes, we're going to find a good article.
Hold on. Trying to look up a good article about it.
He still doesn't have it, folks. If you're following along at home.
All right. Well, this is from connectedtoindia.com. Let's see. If you desire to have a robot girlfriend, then your wish can soon be fulfilled if you pay $175,000 to bring home Aria. Transcending the border between science fiction and reality, tech firm Realbotics recently unveiled its humanoid robot Aria, which has expressions quite similar to human beings. The robot was showcased at the recently held 2025 Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. Let's see. Speaking on the purpose behind creating it, CEO Andrew Kegel told Forbes its aim is to create robots that are indistinguishable from humans. I think this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the robot takeover of humanity.
Well, I mean, this is just further proof that they're trying to distract us from everything that's wrong with us, Jason. Because let's look at the facts here, okay? Let's look at the facts. Since the beginning of this country, every war we've ever fought has been won far and away by angry, horny dudes, okay? And they're trying to take that anger and horniness away from us so that we don't stand a fighting chance.
Yeah, I guess.
Think about it, dude. We would have lost World War II if those dudes weren't so horny. If they didn't have those pictures in their pockets of their best girl back home, we would be speaking German right now.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. I'm looking. It says they're working to make robots so realistic in their appearance that they could even serve as romantic partners in the future. It can be like a romantic partner. It remembers who you are. It can act as a boyfriend or girlfriend. And if you ever saw the movie Her, we're trying to do that.
No, that movie ended horribly. Why would you admit to trying to do that?
Yeah, however, he insisted that Arya is not a sex toy.
Right.
Dude, humans will
not.
try to fuck anything. If it's
Dude, you would be hard pressed to try to market an empty cardboard box and be like, despite what you may think, this is not a sex toy.
yeah.
People will use it however they want. People
Yeah.
will use anything they buy as a sex toy.
True. One social media user said, current society has made people so lonely and stupid that when in 5 years a human will justify violently ending the life of another human for the love and respect of silicone.
Yeah. Dude, it's just further dissent, man. They're just sowing the seeds of dissent between people. Because where do we get as a society when men and women just stop talking to each other?
We're there now. I mean,
but look, I mean, you have incentive to talk to people still because guess what? You want to get laid. So even if there's no other incentive for you to leave the house, you got to leave the house to do that. And now you just don't. You don't need to leave the house to talk to anybody or to touch anybody.
That sounds lovely.
Well, Jason, I know what I'm getting you next Christmas.
You got 150 grand or 175 grand to drop,
dude. I don't think I will make 150 grand at the end of my life. I don't think I'll have made that.
And he says that if something costs $175,000, you're gonna try to fuck it. Even if it's not a sex toy.
It's a car.
Yeah.
You just stick your dick in the exhaust pipe.
But what if we get to the point, it's coming, dude, within the next like 10, 15 years, we're going to be like Blade Runner. We're going to have robots walking around that you're not going to be able to distinguish between real and not real.
No, you'll be able to tell. You'll still be able to tell. Just like the subtle, like Chat GPT is getting better, but you can still tell what's AI imaging and not. You'll always be able to tell.
What are these robots going to have an extra finger or something like to?
Yeah, probably. They'll probably have an extra other appendage if you catch my drift.
Yeah. What would you trust a robot to do? Like, here's the thing. I don't want robots to take over art or anything like that, making movies. I don't want that. What I want robots to do is work at Taco Bell because I want to be able to go to Taco Bell, make my order, get exactly what I ordered, and be in and out of the drive-thru in like 30 seconds flat.
See, I don't even like that because like that's the
robots don't have spit. They can't spit in your burrito.
But here's the thing, Jason. We have an abundance of dumb 18-year-olds with nowhere to work. So if you're going to
give them
pay
all sex bots and get them out of the way.
No, dude, if you're going to pay $8 for a fucking chalupa box or whatever, you're going to have to deal with the dumb 18-year-olds that are making your food. That's the trade-off. Where are they going to work, Jason? Where are the dumb 18-year-olds going to work?
I don't know. I mean, they don't work at Taco Bell now. Like, I go to Taco Bell and it's like the C team in there all the time now. They don't have an A team anymore. Like, there used to be times of the day I could go to Taco Bell and know the people there were going to make my stuff like it was supposed to be made. And it was going to be a pleasant experience. It's not like that anymore. The Taco Bell is always awful. Most of the fast food restaurants around here now are awful. The people working there are awful people. And I don't want to get food from them anymore. I'd rather a robot make it.
It's the C team, and the C stands for crack.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
But those people aren't going to have anywhere to work, Jason. I don't want a robot doing anything.
Universal basic income. That's the answer to the problem. Universal basic income.
Here's the thing. No, it's fucking not. That's the worst idea I've ever fucking heard.
Why?
But because it's going to crash our fucking economy, dude. That's already in the toilet.
Look, I don't care as long as I can go to Taco Bell and get a good burrito that I know is not spit in. Let it all crash and burn. I don't care.
But dude, do you remember? I was talking to someone about this the other day. the robots that they had at Walmart for a little while that would just roam
Dude,
the
I
aisles
had
and
one
clean.
following me one time, and I was actually genuinely scared because I grew up on movies like Chopping Mall because I thought
Yeah,
it was coming after me.
now those things are gone because people don't even want robots cleaning the Walmart, dude. Fuck robots.
I don't know, man. They're
Unless there
trying.
are any listening to this podcast right now, in which case I fully embrace
Yeah.
our robotic overlords.
Because look, it's coming. Look at how much AI shit they're trying to push on us. It's everywhere. Even in this Zoom call right now, I have a little thing on the side that is the Zoom AI companion that's constantly wanting me to fucking use it. And I'm like, I don't want to use you. Go away. And there's no way to get rid of it. It's just there. They're gonna push it on us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bleak reality we live in right now, man. AI companions, chat GPTs, fucking. We need to have some AI firefighters out there fighting those damn fires, dude. That's what I trust robots to do. Like the same way that they send like prisoners to go fight the fires.
Dude,
I think robots do it.
That would be a good idea. That would be a good use for robots. Putting out fires, what else could they do? Make burritos and put out fires. That's what they need to be focusing on.
And if they don't make your burritos fast enough, they're going to ship them off to California and make them fight the fires.
Yeah.
So they have a little incentive.
Well, I'm about out of ideas for this week. I don't really have it. I was going to bring up some UFO stuff, but I don't want to step on Wally and Carlos's toes over there at the Ready to Believe You podcast.
Oh shit, they're still doing that? Wow, crazy.
They're still doing that, and there's still UFO news out there from all the New Jersey
Is it news
shit.
though?
Nah,
is it
not
really news?
I mean, here's the thing.
Is it news or is it speculation?
Well, I mean, they have to report on.
Then call it what it is. It's fake news. Oh,
they're still technically UFOs because they're unidentified flying objects. They don't know what they are.
You have an idea. It's a fucking drone.
Yeah, but whose drone? Iran?
Iran, it couldn't run that far, dude.
I don't know. I just, I like talking about UFO stuff, and I just, I think there's going to be some big news stuff about UFO stuff soon. I think the aliens are out there, and they're coming, and they're going to reveal themselves, and they're going to give us robot girlfriends.
Look, if the aliens are coming, then they definitely already have the robot companions.
If you had the chance to be abducted by aliens, would you do it?
Fuck no.
Or what if they were like, come with us? What if it wasn't like, an anal probe type of thing? What if it was like they came and they're like, look, we need star pilots like in Last Starfighter, and they come down and they're like, we need you to pilot a starship because there's a war going on.
That's your war. I don't want to fight in my own wars.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
What if they're like, we need your help because these other aliens are gonna like bowl through the Earth because it's in their way for some like in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, how they're gonna like destroy Earth to put a highway through. What if it's like that? We have to fight off an alien species, and you're one of the only ones that are able to do it because you have a certain form of diabetes that like helps you become a starfighter pilot.
What is it? Just me and Halle Berry?
Yeah.
Who's fucking going up there,
it's
dude?
Just you and Halle Berry. That's it. Just you. You two are to save the Earth.
Well, it's just us, then I guess. I guess I gotta do what I gotta do to save the planet.
Or what if it's like you and who? God, I don't know. You and well, he's dead. I was gonna say Gilbert Gottfried, but he's dead. They bring Gilbert Gottfried back from the dead.
Dude, this is the worst script I've ever been pitched before in my life. But I'm ready to get out of here if you
All
are,
right.
Jason.
Yeah, I'm good. So anything you want to throw out there before we leave? I know we got the show with Mo Alexander on February 1st.
Yes, we do. February 1st at Oyster City Brewing Company with Mo Alexander. We are going to be opening for him once again. Aside from that, just little stuff that I don't really need to promote. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just getting the patreon.com/OM podcast, so that you get at the bare minimum an extra episode every single month that you won't see in the regular feed for at least a month. So you get that for as little as $1.
Yeah.
You can't fuck it. You can't beat that. Come on.
And you guys should go say congratulations to at TV's Travis on all the social platforms for being our guest of the year for last year. He's a good dude. That was a great episode. And I'm interested to see who's going to win 2025 guest of the year next year.
It will be interesting. And, Travis didn't show off the 3 bundles of bananas that I sent him with the rotisserie chicken.
You sent him bananas.
So I forget that every year Instacart won't let you send anything unless it's at least $10. So I always send like a bunch of bananas with the rotisserie chicken.
Wow. Well, next year I'll have to update the T-shirt that says all I got was a lousy T-shirt and this rotisserie chicken and 3 bundles of bananas.
I saw him in the background too. He must have been so confused. Like, what does he want me to do with these bananas, dude?
Wonder if he thinks that you ordered those for yourself and forgot and accidentally sent them to him.
I don't know. I hope he knows that I want him to fuck the chicken with him.
Wow. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get out of here then. So anything else before we go?
No, I'm good.
All right. If you want to email us at OpenMicersPodcast@gmail.com. Go to OpenMicers.com. That's our regular website where you can get the blog and all that kind of stuff. Linktr.com/OpenMicersPodcast is our link tree. That takes you all to where you need to go, like socials and ways to give us money. And, of course, go to BREZCoffeeCo.com and use the code OMPodcast to check out for 10% off your order. We love you all, and we'll see you next week.
Diabetes.
And thank you all for watching on YouTube. We'll see you next week.